Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Legends of Elzorya. We had to take a week off because I was feeling a little under the weather, but we are back. And speaking of weather, we have reached the top of this mountain pass as the rain has begun to fall. And it is getting dark. Remember, you all decided to push through and not camp on the side of the mountain. And you had probably one of the coolest rolls I think I've seen with those two back-to-back criticals with Rhea and Draven kind of pushing this over the top. I told you needed a DC of 20, and it was going to be kind of hard to make it, and you both said critical.
Okay, bet.
Okay.
I love my response. My entire response to that was just like...
Draven does shit when it comes time for it.
Yeah, Draven, Rhea pulled through in the end there. As you guys have made it up to the doors of the Aetherian Forgeworks, you've decided, I think, to pose as inspectors? Is that what you've decided to do? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then also, two of you got really badly injured on the way up as they were basically purging the forge, and you guys got caught in the molten deterus that was kind of flying off onto you. That was... Who was that? That was Fortune and Rhea, right?
Yeah, I think we all, got healed, but, I mean...
Yeah, you got healed, but still, you know.
I was gonna say, if you want there to be marks for us to complain about, that's the first thing on the inspection, y'all ain't OSHA compliant, you just scorched your inspectors.
I think that you said that was one of the things you were gonna go with.
Alright, cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
my forms look like shit, so I ate them. So we're just gonna go in without forms.
Right, I forgot. Yes, that's right. You tried to. He tried to make forged documents. They looked like shit, and you just gave up and ate them. That's right. So with that, that's where we'll pick up tonight on Legends of Elzorya. So who's taking the lead here?
And I was invisible.
You were invisible.
Yeah.
Noted.
And Draven is disguised as a human. He's just like a chubby dude, middle-aged, balding.
Ravnot?
Kind of gross looking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Rude. But yes.
I know. I was like, don't say it. That's rude. But my brain repeated it 3 times. I'm like, well, that's the limit. I have to say it.
But yes. Sure.
You're not chubby. Balding and middle-aged, maybe.
Kind of gross.
Okay. So now I've lost the thread. Who's taking the lead then?
Okay, first off, is there a door? Describe.
There is a big door. There is a big door that's kind of carved into the side of the mountain. So you've kind of come up to the top, but you're not on the very top of the mountain. You're at this. It kind of plateaus out, and there's a big rock wall that has this it's actually really large, but it's of dwarven make and design. You can see the runes that kind of go up and around it. They're purely decorative, but they have a very distinct dwarven flair. It's a big double door, and it does have, it has a little slot for mail, and packages and stuff like that. They do get deliveries up here because there's nowhere else for them to get food. They have to have it brought in.
I like to think that somewhere there is a postal service that has a bunch of flying Pegasus that do their rounds all around the country.
Absolutely, that's what's happening.
The Pegasus Express.
the Pegasus
Yes.
Express, and you would also know that the mail service is provided, and this is maybe unnecessary lore, but it's provided by the government. So there are some lower ranked seraphs that take that up too, with their ability to
The
fly.
seraphs are the postmen.
This is new in this new Elzorya though.
This is the Aetherian Forgeworks, which is technically outside that. It's in that region, but it's in a weird gray area between.
So they pay
the two.
very well. So they're like, okay, we will. It's like they're the UPS of their world.
Exactly.
You know, sometimes, sometimes, like if a certain like place can't like deliver, like another postal service or delivery service will step in for them in the real world.
Yep.
Same thing.
This is about as far east as they will deliver, though, because they will not go into the New Etheria proper. But this is technically like a corporation that lies outside of New Etheria, so it gets a little bit of a
live for lore like this. So if you ever have any lore like this, I want to know.
Okay, perfect. Plus, they do fund. I mean, you do know that the rich people from Bravia get their clanks from here, and they kind of have the market cornered, so they get a little bit of leeway with shit like that. So now we know how the post office works.
Yeah.
What? There is also a call button, actually.
So I was thinking, Lynn and Draven are the best at lying, and then I have 2 abilities that let me lie better. So
Lynn's gonna lean over and be like, I don't know shit about New Etheria, so you need to take the lead on this one.
So yeah, Draven will take the lead, I guess.
Okay. All right. Do you walk up, hit the call button? Do you want to knock on the door?
Sure.
Do you want to try to open it? What are you doing?
We hit the call button.
Okay. When the call button is pressed, you don't hear any like noise yourself, except for like this faint little whirring noise. It sounds like maybe some cogs or gears are turning behind it. Rhea, you kind of pick up just a very faint magical pulse once this is pushed that just kind of washes over you really quick and then just kind of fades away. But about a minute goes by, and then you hear like this large like on the other end as one of the doors like slowly starts to open as you see this human poke their head out. They are middle-aged, but towards the upper end of that. They still have all of their hair, but it's not all real. You can tell it's probably like a toupee or something like that. And the guy, he looks around.
All right, read this man for
hello? Can I help you?
Yes, sir. We're from the New Etheria Bravia Alliance.
Board of Inspectors.
Inspectors Union. And we're here to inspect your factory for safety. I'm going to use a hope to gain advantage to deceive him.
Okay. Never
if there's a roll,
heard of them. There's definitely a roll. Give me a presence roll. You can take your advantage. Now, do you have something that lets you spend a hope to give advantage? Or are you just using an experience?
I spend a hope to take advantage.
Okay.
It's called Death Deceiver.
Okay. We'll see
And it's
how this goes.
what? Oh my god.
Presence.
There it is. Okay.
Does your character also need glasses?
It's blueprint on the
I
background.
love you.
Oh,
I'm just
so close to a crit.
That was so close to a crit.
I get advantage, so that's a D6.
I'm still going to take that fear. But 24 is hard to argue against as a success. So he kind of like looks around.
He's new on the job. He's like an intern.
I think, yeah, he's like a 52-year-old intern.
Hey, he can change his career.
He did. We'll get into the backstory of this guy on the post show if you want. I didn't realize. Sorry. Yeah, he kind of opens it up, and you see he's a little flustered. And with that, I think he's kind of put on the back foot. He doesn't even ask to see any kind of identification. This will probably bite him in the ass later, but we'll see. As he just kind of pulls the door open, come in out of the rain. I'm sorry, I missed the memo that you were on your way. Are you
Really?
running late? Perhaps it's quite an odd time to show up.
Well, I wanted to talk to you about that because... Oh, change my accent, sorry.
Didn't you sound different
Well, now,
before?
we wanted to talk to you about that because on the way up here on this mountain, we got covered in molten slag. Now, you're going to tell me that's safe? The only way into this building, and we're covered in molten slag.
No,
No wonder
sir.
we're so late. We tried to be here earlier.
I'm going to ask for another presence check from you. This one is more of a kind of more of an intimidation, if you will.
I believe.
It actually has a lower DC than the one you just rolled. 18. Okay. Oh, man. I'm now capped on fear. That's going to be fun.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, no. First of all, that's not the only way up the mountain, but we only schedule those when we know we don't have any scheduled visits. And if I'd known that you were on your way, I'm so sorry. I'm sure someone wrote it down and it's somewhere around here, but I promise, we only schedule those when we know that there are no deliveries scheduled or anything like that. I am
Well,
so...
sir, just so you know, we have authority to come and inspect anytime we please, scheduled or unscheduled.
Oh, understood. I'll have to
Change the
talk
accent again.
to my...
Lynn's gonna kind of like be like, inspections don't work very well if you know we're coming.
I suppose that's true, but look, I'm just an intern. I can pass this up, but I don't control the schedules for that.
I would like to speak with your supervisor, please.
Okay.
Actually, I need to speak with the foreman.
Okay. Sure. He might be in bed right now. Or can it wait?
Do we need to rest? I'm not speaking to you right now. I'm not talking
I
to
think
you.
we're good.
Do we need
Sorry.
to rest right now? Should we ask for accommodations from them?
I think we're okay.
I would say we're
I'm
okay.
Okay.
We'll be alive.
Very, very well. We don't need to bother the foreman. I can do my inspection without him. It's all the better. If you'll excuse me, we've got inspecting to do.
I still need to give you a visitor's badge, though. Hold on. And he runs behind this stone desk, and he's picking up papers and he's fumbling them around. Okay. I'm sorry. I need to take your names down, please.
I'm Rando Billingsworth.
Rando Billingsworth. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Is that a new Aetherian? Billingsworth. I've never heard of that name, but I don't know everybody. And you? I'm sorry. And he points to you, Lynn.
You may call me Sister Beloved.
Oh, okay, Sister. But first name Sister Beloved. Okay. Okay. And he points to you, Rhea.
Sylvie.
Sylvie. Okay. Just Sylvie?
Do I have to provide my last name?
I mean, typically they want to know first and last name of the guest for insurance purposes or something in case there's an accident.
Remus.
Remus. Okay. And also he starts fumbling around. I'll need you to sign this, and he hands you each this waiver. He does not see you, Fortune, so he's not reaching you any of this stuff. And also there is a short a safety presentation I need to provide. It'll only take about 20 minutes.
Excellent. That was going to be your first write-up if you did
Oh.
not do that for us. Very good, very good, very good.
Okay.
Show us the way, please.
Okay. And then he kind of like asks you guys to sit down, and he launches into this, and he's nervous and he's stumbling over himself. He goes over like the safety like goggles you have to wear. You have special shoes that you have to be provided, and they have them that fit all sorts of heritages. So I mean, they would fit. They have like the Qatari ones that would fit you, and they're all kind of like steel-toed. And he just kind of goes over, when you're working with the forge, kind of touches on the temperatures that you have to be aware of, mentions that there's
convincing? Is he convincing? Does he make a good point about workplace safety?
He's trying so hard. The facts that if you were actually auditing him, he is giving you all the information, but his presentation lacks because he's so nervous. And you can tell like there's times he's like just reading off a paper. He's definitely not comfortable and doesn't know this stuff
Lynn
himself.
is a little sympathetic. So he is going to put on the little safety glasses and feedy things. She's like, makes a good point.
Yes, I'm definitely cooperating with everything he says.
Okay, good. So here's your badges. Thank you. I know you probably know all that being inspectors, but it's part of the job. I got to make sure that you've all said that. And he hands out like all of these tiny little badges. Those will get you into the main, the main work and viewing areas. If you need to see something even like deeper than that, you will definitely have to talk to the foreman or somebody like that, the plant manager. I just don't have the authorization to give you access to the entire facility because proprietary information and things like that, but we can put you in touch with the foreman when they're awake.
Understood. Stop being so nervous.
Okay.
Is there any of those types of Is there any of those types of badges that are sitting around?
There are. Would you like to try and steal one?
Well, I'd like to make sure that his back, like he's got his back to me, but yes.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, that will be definitely a finesse roll. You'll have advantage on it because he can't see you and he's flustered and distracted.
Ooh.
You guys are like so close to almost critting. 24. Well, yeah, let's see what you get. Total of 25. Okay, you did not have to get a 25 to succeed on that, but because you did, you're easily able to find another one of those visitors badges, for sure. But you also, there is, in his haste, he did leave behind like this little ring of keys as well.
Ooh.
If you'd like to swipe those.
Yeah.
Also, maybe like, are there any like records over there you could like just snatch?
Well, I was going to say
those would
instead of
probably
like
be in a
trying
filing cabinet that the ring is there for. Like
just for
else.
the joke, I was going to write 500, so it'd be the Fortune 500 in the book.
You can. You can definitely do that.
And that's the other visitor.
Okay. Perfect. I will say you have a little bit of time. If you wanted to, there is the visitor log there. If you wanted to flip through it, just get an idea of how many people come and go.
Smart.
Without flipping, since I'm assuming I'm kind of doing this, is there anything there just on the page with us that's like interesting names?
No really interesting names that stand out to you, but you will see that the last visitor they got was a week and a half ago. So it's not frequent that they get visitors, and they do. It does seem like that was likely a delivery. That's the only other name on this particular sheet that you're looking at on top.
I mean, I'll flip a page if it doesn't involve another roll.
With a 25, I'll let you flip one page back.
Okay,
if you'd like.
Sweet. I'll just like...
Okay. It kind of floats up a little bit, and the next page has a lot more names on it. It kind of goes back a couple months. Because, again, it takes a little bit to fill up a page because they don't get that many visitors. But about 2 months ago, the name Gideon Ashworth flashes across very quickly. It seems he did make an in-person visit here. As it just floats back down quickly.
Dick.
Yeah, he's a bad person.
You just hear that like echo throughout.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
Step
No,
in
sorry,
the wind.
I heard something. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's getting late. My shift's almost done. With the foreman, though, should I tell him where to find you? Should I set up a meeting for you all when he awakens, or
Honestly,
Certainly not.
no?
We'll find you when we need the foreman.
Okay.
As it were, we'll be on our way. Is there anything else you need from us safety-wise? And he pulls out his notebook and stares at him.
No.
Congratulations.
Okay.
All right. Could you show us the door, please?
Sure. And he kind of takes you down this little hallway. And
I'll be right back.
he just kind of gestures. There's like a little pad there. Like you've seen a keypad, right? There is like a little, just like a keypad. I don't know why I'm trying to think of another name for it, but it's just kind of on the wall there. And if you'll take that card and just hold it close, but you have to hold it for just a second, and he kind of shows you. And as he kind of holds it, there's this, and again, Rhea, I think at this point you would feel that kind of tingle in the air as well. And there's just this very quick magical transfer between the little badge and the thing that's mounted on the wall. As then there's like this release of steam as the door just starts to slide open. And beyond, as soon as this door starts to move, you are hit with heat as it's just washes over you. And
Draven loves this.
It's almost, it feels great, especially after the cold and everything outside. But it's almost as if this door also were soundproof, because the second it starts to open, you're flooded with the sounds of just workers laughing, talking, the sounds of hammers on metal, the sound of the roaring flames, and it's lively. And as you look in, it's almost like this huge city, just this underground city with molten rock that kind of runs through these canals that they've carved. And you can see as you kind of step forward, you find yourself in like this kind of welcoming district. And you realize that while this is still a place of business, a factory, the people, because it's so remote, they live here. There's like little patches of community. So as soon as you come in, there are like restaurants on either side, little places that are set up that serve the workers and anyone else that kind of comes through. And the guy that lets you in, so this is the Aetherian Forgeworks. Remember what we talked about? Just, stay within the marked lines. This here is kind of the social district. I think that there shouldn't be any safety concerns here. I will say, just for perfect clarity, that a lot of the food vendors are outside companies that we hire in, and are not necessarily reflective of the Aetherian Forgeworks standard of quality. If you get sick, the food's all very good, but if that happens, please note that they are a separate corporate entity than us.
But aren't they still operating on your premises?
Yes, but they are covered by their own insurance. So,
well, it looks like we'll have to take that up with them, won't it?
Yes. And he's like sweating at this point, partially from the heat and partially because this dude is terrified of losing his job over this.
Can I gently nudge Traven to like tone it down a bit because I don't want to. Like,
Man's gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, I don't want to kill him.
Oh. What? Anyone's arm hurting?
McFucking excuse me?
Well,
No. Pause. Did you just go hot? Hot.
It
and
is
then
hot.
try to play it off and be like, does anyone else's arm hurting? No, you don't get to play off how weirdly fucking suggestive that sounded.
I was pretending he was having a heart
He's
attack.
having a heart attack.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's not.
Oh.
He's
Well,
fine.
you made it sound
That's
incredibly suggestive. Suggestive heart attacks. All right.
Sorry.
If anybody's...
Is anyone else's arm hurting?
I'm gonna I guess
I
like
need a massage.
we'll just
But I don't have any money.
Sorry.
I guess like
I'm gonna stop talking now.
What are
I
you
guess
saying,
Lynn,
Lynn?
yeah, between Lynn and Ria, we're both like like, come on, Draven, wrap it up.
well, that's
We're here to do a job. Can we fucking
I
do
mean,
it now?
that's kind of what I've been trying to do. That I've been trying to like move it along. Shoo, dude.
Bitch, where?
Okay. He doesn't. He like does this weird salute, and he's like, "That was stupid." Okay. Enjoy, and he like shuts the door behind you, and you hear like the steam kind of like reform itself, and then like these big heavy locks go back in as the door
Lynn's
closes.
gonna lean over to Draven and be like, we should try to find, well, I guess since he's gone, I can just kind of say it to the group kind of quietly, and I'll just be like, we should probably try to find Amara's brother if we think he's here. He probably can help us.
Yes. Where should we? Perhaps we should go and ask some of the workers where, if they know him. Actually, do we know Amara's brother's name?
Yorn.
We may be able to just like
Yorn.
explore a little bit and just see if we can. I mean, because we know, like maybe figure out what some of the departments are called, and then go from there.
I feel like you don't know where you don't know where Fortune is, but she just answers and like right next to your ear, and he's like, his name is Yorn.
I was gonna say what we could do is we could pretend like we need to do like one-on-one interviews for our inspection, and like just pick some randos. And Yorn.
This is an audit, sir. We need to audit your inventory.
Yes.
I'm here for this. I'm here for making random NPCs for you to grill.
So, fun fact, at one point in my life, I was the person who had to, like, bring in inspector people to, like, a factory I worked at. So I'm like,
Really?
I'm in familiar territory.
I say we go down to that little social area first and, like, try to talk to people there. I think we could maybe get some, like, good information there, maybe?
Maybe ask about their quality of work. We're auditing and we want to see how like if they're carrying out correct, how's the management, or do they follow the rules? Are there any labor violations
Right.
that have badly affected you that you would like to report?
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Whoever's leading
So
up,
you
just
find out
looking
some
around.
leverage.
Give me an instinct roll. Bless you.
Sorry, that was violent.
Give me an instinct roll. Whoever wants to head that up. Looking out just for, I guess, the best marks to approach for these kind of conversation. While you're doing that, so as you come in, you're kind of at this little landing, and there's two stairs that kind of go down and then curve back around, and they go down to this lower level, and that's where a bunch of the like the bars and those kind of social buildings are. So even from up, you have a little bit of an elevated viewpoint right now. It's kind of like scan the crowd.
Fortune, you should do that. You have don't you have the? Isn't your insight the highest? No,
No, my insight is 0.
Mine's 2.
Mine's 0. I think
Oh,
Draven's probably
okay,
going to
cool.
lead the way on a lot of this.
Draven,
Mine's 3.
No,
Oh,
got a,
Rhea's
you got
got 3.
was gonna say I thought instinct was
I don't really know what.
Ria's...
Okay, cool. Then yeah, you do that one.
Okay, 15. Ria, as you're kind of like looking around, and as you guys start to, you take kind of a scan from the upper area, and as you walk down into the social area, it gets louder and more boisterous as people are on their breaks, or just it's not their shift. Because the people that work here, most of them live here. It's pretty hard to commute to the top of a mountain. But you do, just kind of listening to snippets of conversation, there is a dwarven woman and an elven man that are just kind of sitting back, having a couple drinks. They seem like they've been drinking for a little bit. They're laughing, they're talking. They're just kind of sitting at this little table that is up next to a rail that overlooks this lake of molten lava. So like what would be like a nice riverside seat is instead next to this river of hot water.
Galapas would love that.
Probably.
I'm thinking if these two are drunk, we take a different approach. We don't act like we're the inspectors. We just go up to them real friendly, pretend like we're drinking, and just talk to them, see what we can get out of them.
Well, we also have safety gear on. Are we ditching the safety gear?
I mean, what's the deal? Is everyone else around us wearing safety gear?
Not here.
Or
no, the safety gear is not required in this area.
Oh, then yeah, let's ditch that for now.
Well, maybe not. We won't look super stupid. We'll just look like we're trying to find someone, and we came to find like the area where the most.
I don't know if we want to blow our cover so quickly, because right now at least we have a thin veneer of like authority, and that can get us into other places. So I would almost like.
Right. Okay.
I mean, we could just approach it from like, oh, what if we act like we're vendors who are like wanting to see what beverages can be brought on as new contractors? Like, you know what I mean?
Like, maybe we just walk up and ask, hey, have y'all seen Bjorn? And if they say who's asking, we go from there.
We could try that.
So what are you doing?
Gods above, not everything has to be some elaborate scheme.
I say I'm just going to walk in and start listening to conversations.
Okay. While you three are kind of discussing that, Fortune, when you go, are you particularly these two people?
I'm feeling the crowd.
Okay. So you go ahead and give me a different, instinct check. While you're doing that, which approach are you taking for the 2-8 with hope? Take your hope. You're not picking up anything, really. I mean, most of the conversation here isn't that important. These are people blowing off steam. These are people that are just kind of enjoying their downtime. No one's bitching about workplace violations.
We could just ask if they know where Bjorn is, and if they ask, like, why, just be like, we just need to find him. The receptionist guy sent us to find him this way.
Well, you two hem and haw over it. I am just going to walk over to him.
Okay. They're just, they don't even kind of notice you approaching until you come up to the table. And then the guy's the elf. He's like, oh, can I help you?
Yes, pardon me. I was looking for Bjorn. Somebody said he might be around here.
So just above table. The name's Yorn without the B. So I'm assuming you knew that. But so I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
but,
I misheard just.
But he goes, Yorn. Yeah, everybody knows Yorn. He's probably in bed right now. I don't think his shift starts for another 2 hours or so. What are you looking for the foreman for?
Oh, we're friends of his family.
No shit! That's awesome! You came all the way here to see him? He hasn't got much visitors since my sister comes every now and then, but
yeah,
shit, he'll be happy to see.
Sorry.
He'll be happy to see you, for sure.
Yeah, we passed by his sister on our way, and she just asked us to go check in and say hello. She was very busy, so.
Cool. I'm being rude. This is He just like he like gestures towards the dwarf and then blanks, and she's just, go on. This is just who? Betsy. And at that point, she just throws her drink in his face and gets up and storms off. Guess it wasn't Betsy. Anyway. Yeah, I can tell you where he's staying if you want. I mean, he's probably asleep, but he probably wouldn't care if you woke him up if you're friends of his.
Yeah, that would be excellent.
Okay. And I promise I'm better with directions than I am names. And he gets out like this.
You know your own at least?
I do. And then he doesn't answer what it is. He reaches over and gets he gets the napkin that was under her drink and turns it over. And then he
like,
notices,
excellent. I don't need to interact with this man too much further.
He just starts jotting down, like, he jots down an address for you and then kind of reaches it back to you, but it doesn't really make much sense because you don't really know how the streets are laid out here, but you have an address now on the back of this napkin. That should take you right to the foreman.
Can you give us a vague direction?
Oh,
like,
yeah. So
when we leave this place, do we turn left, right, or go straight?
Okay, so you want to head towards the central forge, right? I mean, he points over, and you can see from here, there's like this large, like,
it's
central
a very obvious
column.
thing, yeah.
You want to go past that, and that's where the residential area is.
Okay.
Now, he's living in, if you follow that, right there, he points at the napkin again. He's living in this, like, small apartment that's kind of like 2 doors down, 1 door up from the, the place where the things
like an
happen.
atrium?
That. You can't miss it.
Okay. I assume there's at least a number for...
There is a number. There's a number on the napkin, yeah. You got a general idea of where he is.
Okay.
Hey, if you see Betsy on your way out, though, can you tell her to come back? Because I didn't mean to hurt her feelings.
I thought she wasn't Betsy.
Oh, fuck, that's how I hurt her feelings. Yeah. Hey, if you see Betsy, can you find out what her name is?
If I find not Betsy, I will find out what her name is and see if I can send her back your way. I do not promise success, but I promise an earnest attempt.
That is all we can ask of each other. And he just kind of like leans back, and you can see he's like licking the alcohol off his face that she threw in his face.
I want you to know I'm imagining him as Matthew McConaughey.
yeah, with elf ears. That's all it is. So you all, as you kind of turn around to go back to the group, you all like were standing there like devising this like these epic workarounds, and Rhea just like walks over and walks back with an address.
Oh, the napkin.
Yeah, Rhea just walks back, shoves the napkin, kind of holds the napkin out at Draven. You're welcome.
And you also did find out that Yorn is the new foreman. So.
Brother's the foreman, is his address. Sometimes your mind is both your greatest weapon and your greatest enemy. Don't overthink shit.
Okay, what do y'all want to do?
Lead the way. I'm gonna Lynn just kind of shrugs like fair point and just kind of gestures.
Rhea starts walking.
Okay. Fortune, are you going with them? They have no idea if you're there or not.
I'm
pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay. So you all walk, and what looks like it's going to be a short walk does end up taking quite a while. This place is huge. And as you're kind of walking through, as you get towards the central forge, you start to see more of the work areas of people, how they're doing it. Clanks are not the only thing they manufacture here, but it is their biggest export. They have all sorts of stuff. There's small little districts designated to each of the different products they make. They make like weapons and armor, but the central forge, everything around that is all Clank parts. You can see they have like entire stations dedicated to making the chest plates. You see that there is a much quieter section of the forge where they are actually making the face plates, and it's more like artistry than it is manufacturing in this place as they're crafting them and giving each of them slightly different appearances. And you can tell like the base models that kind of look like, just kind of flat faces, boxy, and then there's like deluxe models and they look damn near like elvish with just the craftsmanship in which they put into these. So you walk by and it does take 30-45 minutes to kind of weave your way through here, but eventually it starts to get quiet again as you find yourself in the residential district. And the directions he gave at this point were totally, you don't even see an H. You don't know what the hell he was talking about. But at this point, it's easy enough to follow the address. It's kind of laid out in like a city block structure where the houses are. And eventually you find yourself in front of this tiny-looking cottage is the best way to describe it. But it's like a stone structure, just kind of a square, blocky little apartment. There's a faint little glow inside to indicate that maybe someone has a lamp lit. You don't know if they're up or not. What do you want to do?
I'll look inside since nobody can even see me.
Well, there are curtains drawn over the windows that are there for privacy, so you can't really see into the apartment.
Guess we can just out. I mean,
curtains again.
Curtains, my enemy. Curtains, curse you, curtains.
Lynn's gonna kind of push Draven forward, like you go.
I say Rhea does it. Push her.
I feel like Fortune just knocks at this point.
Yeah,
Okay.
Y'all just standing around. The random knock. I think there's a small part of you that forgot Fortune was with you all for a little bit. As there's like this, just the knock is so shocking in the silence that it kind of startles the three of you. But you can hear like some shuffling around on the inside, and then you see like this. You hear like this little noise, and like about halfway down the door, you can see there's like a peephole that's not where you would normally put a peephole, but like halfway down.
Is it like a shh?
Yeah, as like it kind of slides open, and you see like these eyes kind of staring out. What is it? I told you, you got to talk to the foreman on duty. I don't do the night shifts anymore.
We're here at the quest, I guess, of Amara?
Amara? Oh, he like looks around. Hold on. He shuts it, and you can hear like some locks being unlocked. As the door kind of opens a little bit, you see he looks like he's a little bit older. This dark-skinned dwarf, nice black beard, braided up really nice. But at this time, even though it's braided, he does look like he might have been asleep. So it's also towards the end, like kind of frayed. He hasn't really had the chance to do it up. So he kind of pulls open the door. You know my sister.
Yes, she's rather nice.
Who the hell are you? Sorry, it's late. Who are you then?
Do you want her names or do you want what that means? Your sister's fine.
All right. He looks around very confused. He doesn't recognize any of you guys.
Do you want her names or do you want what they mean?
I think I want... I don't know what you mean by what they mean, so give me that, I guess.
Like, if I told you my name was Slim Shady, and you'd be like, oh shit, that's
the real
the guy
Slim Shady?
Yeah, the real one.
Please stand up.
I'm here, I'm sending.
All right, Slim Shady.
You know what I mean?
I will say,
my name,
above table, Draven, you do know him. You and Yorn would know each other, but he doesn't know who you are at the moment.
Oh, I thought you were saying you know the real Slim Shady.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Slim Shady's this guy that lives back in New Etheria. Him and Draven go way
he's like
back.
he's like the town weirdo. Like,
so
he's
you
like
can
the
use
town
that
crazy guy.
to your advantage if you want. So I'm sorry.
We require your expertise on Clank adjacent matters, and your sister pointed us to you as the one with more intimate's not the right word, experience with the Clanks.
All right. He kind of looks around. Come in, then. He kind of steps aside. Kind of, he's
I befriended one then,
arm.
and then it exploded. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Come in. Let's talk about this in here.
I befriended a robot, and then it exploded. Of all things.
I will need a quick agility check from Fortune, because he doesn't know you're there. He's not going to hold the door for you. You got to sneak in before he shuts the door in your face. 12 will do it. It was a low DC. Draven, are you keeping up your appearance for now? Or are you revealing who you are?
No, I'm not going to keep up the appearance.
Okay. Well, then let's switch over as he brings you in to his apartment. Sorry, it's small, little messy. He shuts the door, and then I think at this point, Draven, you would drop your appearance as he kind of turns back around. So what's this? Draven? Holy why didn't you tell me it was you? He kind of walks over and gestures for you to bend down so he can give you a hug, because otherwise he's facing your crotch.
Come on, his belly button.
I gave him. I come in. I give him a hug. He's like, "Oh, we would. I was just. We had a disguise going to get in. So we could get in here."
Yeah. You guys showed up in the middle of the night. How the? Did you tell him you were here to see me? How the fuck did you get through the front door?
Oh, I made up some organization, and we were the inspectors or something. There was some idiot up front. He believed everything I said. It was crazy.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's new. He's actually a really nice guy. He really is. But
he seems sweet.
Sorry, I didn't mean to seem so standoffish before. I just didn't recognize anybody, and you show up in the middle of the night talking about my sister. Yorn, by the way, I'm assuming you all already knew that. Please make yourself at home. You want something to drink? What time is it?
Yes,
yeah, it's
please.
Time to drink. I have to be up for work in an hour anyway. And he kind of walks around. If you want to, you can flip to the tactical mode, because I went ahead and just made the apartment. If you want to just look at it, and then I will. Let me sync too, so that we can show it on the stream. It is a rather small apartment, but he's got this little bar area that he kind of walks behind and starts making drinks. Make yourselves at home. Sorry, it's a little tight. I just got promoted to foreman a couple weeks ago. I haven't really had a chance to upgrade my apartment yet. But he pulls out this bottle. I have found something I could spend my money on, and he pops open this cork out of this really nice, looks like a wine bottle. This is the finest barrel-aged dwarven stout that money can buy. Well, at least that we can pay people to bring up to here. He starts pouring a glass.
And Lynn, I just want to know if Lynn, does she recognize this vintage? She's got, I'm willing to roll for it. I want to know how fancy this is.
Go ahead. Let's see. I guess that'd be a knowledge roll.
I'm going to also use I never get to use my stuff, so I'm going to use my silver spoon plus 2 to add to this, because I just want to know. I'll take down a hope. And then let's see. And then I guess just +2 on that.
+2. You get the hope, so you'll get the hope back. 11, you don't know the exact vintage of this. But you have been around quite a bit, and you do recognize some of the telltale signs of the difference between nice alcohol and, what the rest of the people drink, right? You're not familiar with this one in particular, but based on the smell, the way that it wafts out, just
Seems
the
legit.
notes that you get, it does seem like it's pretty good wine or ale in this case, but it's like one of those barrel aged. You can smell that oaky.
It's like bourbon barrel.
Scent. Yeah. And he starts pouring and goes, please, everybody have a glass. And he kind of walks over and plops down next to you on the couch, Draven. So, what's this you're talking about? Exploding planks?
I befriended a Clank. She went insane, so we had to fight it, and then it exploded.
Lynn's gonna sigh and finally put down her heavy ass backpack and just kind of drag Tetra out of it. Her little disassembled form is and just puts her on the floor.
Holy shit!
She really, Yorn. This is part of a bigger thing. There's the Clanks are going. The Clanks are kind of going crazy all over the place. Mainly in Bravia so far, but it seems like it's not just there.
What
do you know anything about this?
What do you mean going crazy?
Well, it would seem like, for example, this one when we first started talking to it. You notice how Rhea said she befriended the robot. She literally means that. This robot had feelings. It spoke with us. It called us friends. It had wants. It had needs. Not like the normal Clanks.
Well, I mean, some of the sophisticated models, they mimic that, of course, but they don't actually.
This was not mimicking. This was different.
Give me a presence roll. 14. Okay.
I also can spend a hope to give a 1d4 when I'm trying to persuade someone of something.
Okay. Go for it. Okay, so 15. Oh. Okay. That does take it up to one of the tiers, though. No shit. Now, are you saying that's happening to more than just this Clank and Bravia?
As far as I'm aware.
Yes. Yes, and we've had a dear friend disappear when she was investigating this. We were investigating it together, and it seems like this is. It seems like this is very serious, and we were hoping you would have some insight here.
No, I've never heard of this happening. I guess I could take a look at the Clank. Did you bring all the pieces, everything together? Did you have to leave anything behind?
We
got
everything.
Most of the frame, but we had to take off the. There was a tracker in the chest plate we had to leave behind.
Some of the rich fucks do that because they don't want to have their property stolen. I understand. Okay.
Lynn's gonna kind of reach down and point to the what we know is the suppression rune, and she's gonna look at him and be like, "Do you know what this rune does?"
Magic's not my forte. I just do the hammering, and now I tell other people to do the hammering. I know that there's some kind of magic that goes into these, and we got some folks downstairs that do that.
Do you trust them?
I don't know if I have any reason not to. I mean, I didn't think I had any reason not to.
Why would they be suppressing something about these Clanks then?
I don't know.
There's another thing you may need to know. This particular Clank belonged to the Ashworth family.
Ooh. That Gideon Ashworth's a son of a bitch.
He really is.
I don't know if you've had the displeasure of meeting him or not.
I crashed his party. It was great.
Oh,
it was great to just steal his shit and...
I have heard he throws some very good parties, though.
I go to steal his shit and perch on his balconies. He has good perching balconies. That's like the only redeeming quality about him.
This will maybe surprise you because I work at the top of a mountain, but I have a horrible fear of heights, so that sounds terrible.
Well, that's incredibly unfortunate.
Yeah. All right, let me take a look. Are we trying to get this? Clank up and running again? Is that what we're wanting?
We'd like to at least get her back talking, but you may, if you're capable of keeping her from moving while doing so, that may be the best move because she doesn't seem to have any control over when she attacks us, which is why we were so concerned about this rune. Rhea, what did you say this rune was for? I'm gonna kind of tap the rune in the middle. What do you think it may be for?
The suppression one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was out of character because Epsilon knows there was various other runic shit going on in there. This was some sort of suppression.
Why?
Likely more of a... Well, suppression is probably not the most exact term. I don't know if subjugation might even be a better word for it. It has various contexts, but that's certainly one of them.
We didn't know if it was a suppression of will or to keep her in line.
Yeah, well, if we can get her up and running, maybe we can ask. Could you all move her to the table here? I'll clean off some of the shit here, and I'll go get my tools.
Lynn will pick her up and kind of put her up on the table.
He goes over here, and he's got like this little, some stuff sitting on the side here. As he starts kind of going through it, looks back over at her. Yeah, we'll need this. We'll need this. Then he picks up like this little, kind of like a little cube of something. I really hate that it was you came knocking at my door, Dwarven. As he pushes some button on the side and launches this cube into the middle of the room. I can't let you leave here. As this cube starts...
Fucking knew it.
Starts turning, and then he like ducks back into his room as this cube starts to grow. As you can hear these mechanical whirs inside, it's also letting out some of that steam, just like the door did. As Rhea, you feel the magic kind of wash over you again as this thing... I'm going to spend a fear, actually, as this thing's going to get a surprise move on you.
Okay.
As the battle box comes into play.
It's a fucking... it's just a box?
It's a box.
I knew something was up as soon as you was like, I made this apartment just for fun.
Well, I did, and then I was like, oh, this would be a good place for a fight. But I did make the apartment just for fun. Who put the body on the table?
It was me.
Yeah, you're over there. He probably would have thrown this into the middle of the room. I'm spending a fear to take the activation as soon as it comes out. And it's going to... Oh, okay. As it starts whirring around, almost like it's a dice that's being rolled, right? And finally, it seems like it lands on something, and one of the holes on the side starts to glow, and it opens up and forms like this, almost this maw that kind of reaches out of it as it looks at you, Draven, and just opens its mouth as this beam comes and like burns towards you. Oh shit. 15. Does that hit you?
Yes.
Okay. And so that's going to be 2d10 plus 2 damage. I will roll that here if I can. Because I just don't feel like looking for dice right now. Oh my god. 4 damage.
Oh, okay.
I'll
take 1 HP.
I will spend another fear because it has relentless. I can spotlight one more time as it like just kind of floats through the air as it seems to be like shifting again. This time, Lynn, it's just coming straight for you, and it's just going to do like a slam attack for... I knew I should have printed this out. 14, does that hit you?
Yes.
Okay, this one is not as bad. It's 2d6 plus 3. 10 points of damage as this thing just kind of slams into the side of you.
That's fine. We will just it's just gonna be that's my minor damage, and if I use an armor, do I even take damage if I use an armor when it's minor damage?
Nope.
Okay, so I can just mark an okay, I'll just take an armor then.
Now it comes back to your all's turn as this thing is just kind of like pulsating in the air, rolling itself like it's preparing for another attack.
Can I actually would like to just go ahead and I want to use 3 of my hope to do a tag team.
Go for it.
Who wants to tag team with me?
Oh, Draven.
Draven's gonna tag team with me then.
What are the two of you doing to this poor, defenseless box?
I'm running right next to it, and I'm going to draw my magic circle.
Okay.
Well, I have a sword, so I'm going to stab it.
Okay, what does the magic circle do?
I mark a stress, and it creates a temporary magic circle on the ground where I stand. Everyone within melee, all adversaries within melee range, or who enter, take 2d12 plus 4 magic damage, and are knocked back to very close range.
Damn, and there's no roll for that then?
Nope, it's mark 1 stress.
Okay, so... Okay, go ahead and roll yours then, Crow. And just because I think you can roll as well, Draven, just to kind of keep the whole advantage roll that comes with a tag team, do the same, do your spellcasting roll. Okay, so you got a 15 with hope or a 13 with fear. Which would you like to take?
Let's go with the 15 with hope.
Okay, a 15 hits.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you mark your stress, so then roll your damage, and we'll add it all together. And then we'll talk about what that looks like.
Oh.
So
there's 24 from me.
24, okay. Let's see what you can get up to, Lynn. Oh, did you already roll it? 7. Okay,
it came with you made an action for me, so it comes with the...
So 27 is a severe wound on this thing. Awesome. So what does this look like? You're going to knock it back too, right?
Yep, it knocks back to very close range, so that's 15 feet.
Okay. So that would probably be up again. I mean, there's not a very big room, I guess, but probably about as far as you could get it. As you draw this rune, and as Lynn runs in, as she swings through, the rune all kind of like lights up beneath her, and you can see her weapon glows that kind of blue color of your rune right as she hits it. And it's almost like Smash Brothers when you've got the bat, bam, and it just like flies away until it like slams into this barrel here and just kind of starts spinning out. It lands on the ground and kind of spins like a top and then launches into the air. I'm going to spend a fear, though, to steal the initiative and spotlight this thing. As it starts to swirl around, and you can start hearing these like whirs and beeps and like little boops and buzzes as it starts to make just this increasingly annoying high-pitched noise that gets louder and louder and louder. And it gets to a pitch to where it starts like beating at your eardrums. So I need everyone to make a presence reaction roll. We have an 8, 11, 21, and 13. Rhea, you're the only one that succeeded against this. Those do not generate hope or fear because they're reactions. And those of you that failed are going to take 12 points of magic damage. So that's everyone but Rhea.
Okay, so for example, my like minor threshold is 10. So like when I can use one armor to drop it down.
So that would be a major wound for you. You can use an armor, so you'd take it one
drop down
armor
to a minor
and 1 HP.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So yeah.
And then I'll spend another fear, and I will spotlight it again. Let's see. What am I going to do? At this point, it starts to spin again, and it rolls around in the air. I'll have to mark another stress here. As it starts to roll around, and you can hear like this crackling. Rhea, you're the first to feel it, that magical energy, the electricity in the air. But at this time, it's not just that pingle of magical electricity, it's actual electricity. As this thing starts shooting sparks off in every direction, I'm going to need everyone to give me a finesse reaction roll. Okay, we've got a 10, a 15, a 13, and a 14. Fortune, you are the only one that succeeds at this one. The rest of you, you're still kind of recovering from the mental blast, and this starts hitting you. You will all mark 3 stress.
Ooh.
And play returns to you.
I'm going to run down. Actually, I'm going to run down here and just open this door if it's not locked.
It's not. That's the door into his kitchen.
All right. I'm going to just be like, boop, for right now.
Okay.
Go raid his pantry.
So I will need, because you're technically leaving close range at that point to go into a different zone, I will need a agility check to make it into the...
Okay. I was also going to spend 3 hope to increase my evasion by 3, I think.
Okay.
I'll find that out for sure. But
until you get hit, right? I think that's how it works. You increase until you get hit again.
I'll look at that. 1 second. Okay. Finesse row, or was it agility?
Agility. Just because this is technically leaving close range. 19 will do it. 19 will do it, and you take a hope. So play still with you all. Were you doing anything else once you got into that room?
No, I think I'm okay for right now.
Okay, Rhea, what do you want to do?
What is the size of this object?
It's about the size of, like, it was small. So, like, when he held it in his hands, it was just, like, the size of, like, a tiny, like, maybe music box. But after he activated it, it grew a bit. And so now it's about the size of, like, a square beach ball. Just kind
like
of
an Amazon box kind of deal.
Exactly, yeah.
So it is still very grabbable.
It is still very grabbable, yes. It is spinning
excellent.
wildly, though.
I want to cinder grasp it. I'm gonna set it on fire.
Okay, absolutely. Let's go for it.
Which means I have to get up in its grill, because I believe it's specifically... Yeah, it's specifically melee.
Okay.
So I'm gonna grab it. Yeah. Now it's time for spellcast.
Spellcast roll, right?
Yeah.
19 with hope. That definitely succeeds. It's hard at first because it's kind of like bouncing around, but eventually you manage to just time it and reach out and grab it. What does this look like?
There's like a little like flash of some kind of light from Rhea's like messed up eye, and then the flame kind of wreaths itself down her arms and around the box.
Okay. As it comes...
Do I get a hope from this? I'm still not quite clear on that. Do I get hope out of this when I roll with hope?
Yes, you do. Yeah, you got a hope from that.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
As you just pour your energy into this, the flames between your hands just start burning this box. Let's have some damage.
It's a lot.
You can double the dice, remember?
I can. That's the thing I was about to say. I can mark a... That requires me to mark a stress, which could be incredibly problematic, though.
Do it.
Did you take the 3 just now?
I mean,
Do
yeah.
it.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Do it anyway. Do it.
Fuck it. I'm gonna listen to Ravnok, and if this goes badly, I'm blaming your
it's
ass.
so much damage.
Christ, I'm doing it.
See if you can hit 4 HP.
Huh?
If you can double his severe threshold, it's beyond severe. It's 4 HP. So let's see. What do you roll then?
A lot. Hang on.
I'm excited. Oh, they all come up once.
Ooh.
Did you say 2d20? Is that what it is? Really?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, now was that the doubled or was that...
That's doubled.
That's doubled. Okay. That is definitely a severe wound to this thing. As the flames course through this box, you can feel it almost burning in your hands as parts of it start to chip away. But I'm going to spend a fear right now, stealing initiative back from you as it starts to rumble in your hands as it breaks free finally. And it kind of turns the tides on you as it rolls around and starts one of the sides kind of transforms again. And each time it does this, like a different kind of maw face appears. And on this side, it's a dragon as it kind of like morphs out of the side of this box and starts spraying fire jets everywhere as it shoots into the air and starts spinning around. I am going to... Oh, this will go against everybody in the room, so everybody but Fortune. Sorry, that was cocked. Okay. This is going to be a 19 to hit. I think that's going to hit everybody. Right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be 2d8. So that is 9 damage to everybody as it shoots into the air and starts spinning around wildly, just kind of like freaking out, kind of landing back here in the center of the room. And then... Yeah, and then it's still kind of like bugging out. I'm going to mark another stress and spend another fear and highlight it one more time. It starts like, as it kind of lands, it's still twitching a little bit. You think you might have damaged something with that last attack. And then it starts kind of ping-ponging around the room, just randomly. And even though you're trying to dodge out of the way, it's going to be hitting you, probably. It's another roll. Sorry, I thought it was a reaction. Oh, this one might not hit some people. 10.
No.
Who does it hit?
If it meets it, does that hit me?
Yeah.
Correct? Okay, then yes, it'll hit me. Does it come within my melee range during this?
It does, yeah, because it kind of rocks around the room. You got something?
It's going to take that runic circle damage again. The 2d4.
You are right. Roll that.
So I'll take 1 health.
Okay.
And
well, hold on, let me roll it.
You
probably will just take 1 health, but...
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was...
It's 8, so probably still just 1 health.
I'll just take 1 health.
Did a 10 hit you, Lynn?
Yes, but I didn't realize I thought the 10 was the damage. So...
The damage was 8.
The damage was 3?
8. It was an 8 because it was the 1d6.
That's fine, but that's still below my. So I took away a health, but since that's actually my 10, if it's under 10, it's only a. I can drop it with an armor.
You can.
So I'm gonna add a health point back because I thought it was higher. You're right.
Yeah, well, the 10 was the to hit roll.
Yeah, that hit me.
And then Rhea, you said it missed you, right?
Yep.
Okay. How much HP did you do? Was it the
24 damage?
24 damage. Holy
Jesus.
Shit.
That runic circle is fucking awesome.
Okay.
They're cracked.
24 damage. That's a severe wound to this thing.
Bitch better watch out.
Bitch better watch out. What does it look like? That's enough to take the box out.
Oh.
24 damage. Damn, yep. That's enough to take the box.
My runic circle, whenever like someone comes in a melee range, it shoots fountain pens out of the circle. And so this box came over, and when it hit me, just thousands of fountain pens started shooting through it and puncturing holes through it.
Okay. They start just, and you can see every hit, it starts to just start to fall apart a little bit more. And Rhea, you're the first one to notice this, but as right before it's kind of falling apart, you see that the magic inside it has become unstable. And there's just a split second before it happens that you realize this thing has a deathquake reaction as the magic within it cannot be contained any longer as it ruptures out and explodes. I need everyone to give me, again, everybody but Fortune, who's in the fucking closet doing nothing.
She's in the kitchen.
I know.
She's eating. She's having a snacky.
I need everybody to give me a instinct reaction roll.
Kaboosh.
15, 16, 10. Draven, you did not succeed on this one, so you will take this. Come on. You will take 11 points of damage.
Font in this version of alchemy is jarringly sans serif.
Font, you don't like it?
It's not bad. It's just jarring.
I think I can change it. I think that's just the default when the custom.
No, it's grand. Leave it.
For the custom worlds.
Hey, Draven didn't go down.
How close are you? How much HP you got left?
I got 1 health left. Yeah.
Nice. As this thing explodes out and then just kind of collapses onto the floor in pieces. Interestingly enough, it does maintain its larger size now that it is destroyed.
Draven's going immediately, just stepping right over this thing. I'm banging on the door. Yarn!
Lynn is also furious. Can she try to kick the door down? Here. I want to try to kick this door in.
You can't, because it's definitely locked. Yeah. Lynn is Draven. You step out of the way. Lynn, go ahead and give me a strength check.
Roll for doors.
13. You have anything you can add to that?
Does anyone want to add? Rally die.
Oh, you do have a rally die.
Do a retroactive. Everybody has rally die.
Okay, let me roll that.
If you fail, I have a ability.
Can you use it from the closet?
14.
No, I can come out.
15.
You can come out, yeah. Okay. So wait.
She's a lesbian.
Oh, it's 15. 15 is the DC because it's not just the door at this point. He has piled something up and behind it, right? So it's a little bit heavier. But as you just put, what's it look like? What's it look like when Lynn
I
kicks
just
this
do
door
a
open?
single, really, really heavy kick. Like I fucking kick this goddamn whatever door or wardrobe is behind it is just sent flying. Those little steel-capped shoes they gave me at the beginning really helped me.
Absolutely. He also
used them to kick him in his balls.
Kind of pushing up against the door as he heard this thing explode. So even when you kick it open, he goes flying and kind of hits onto the bed as the door splinters inward. As he's just like, okay, I can explain, please. Just
Lynn actually straight up wants to pick him up, and she's gonna start punching him in the mouth. She is okay. I want you to understand. Lynn is actively crying in anger. She's snapped. She's finally snapped. Like she may have to be dragged off this guy. Like
give me an attack roll.
She has reached her limit. What do we want to just do how do you want me to do that?
Straight up strength, I guess, if you're just doing an unarmed strike. 17. I will take a fear, but yeah. As you're go ahead and roll me some damage. Oh shit. What is it for unarmed strike in this game? You're extra mad. I'll look it up later. Give me a d6. We'll just have it be a d6.
That seems fair.
She's also just screaming. I only do one, but I'm also screaming like, "You filth! You filth! You traitorous toad!" Like she is just going off on this. You dishonor yourself and your sister.
Are you just beating the shit out of him on the bed, or have you picked him up?
No, I've dragged his ass down to the floor, and I'm punching
Okay.
teeth. Like, I want this motherfucker's teeth in a jar.
Okay. So you've got Yorn, and you're just you've got him on the floor, and you're like just beating on his face. And he's like, "Stop! Please don't hurt me anymore. I can explain. Stop."
At
What are
first,
the rest of you
Draven's
doing?
like, yeah, get him. Okay. Hey, Lynn.
What is your
Lynn,
fucking
hey,
problem?
What do you think we should calm down there, Lynn? And I start trying to hold her arms back.
Lynn is like, I think she's like, after a minute, like she loses the adrenaline enough, and she snaps around on Rhea, and she's like, my problem is that my life has blown up, and people are being murdered, and our friend Chelsea is probably being tortured in a cell somewhere, and we come to this man for help on his sister's request, and he tries to kill us. That is my problem. She is off her fucking rocker at this point. She is like well past, and then she's just gonna sit down on the bed and start to cry a little bit.
Okay. While
You're
you
smart
doing
enough
that,
to know that he is not the sole arbiter of the pain that we've all experienced and all the injustice that you've finally opened your eyes to.
You're one to talk the way you treat me.
at this point, he's
she's
kind
just
of
gonna
like
walk
backed
out of the
into
room.
the
I
corner.
think she's just gonna get up and walk out of the room. Like, she just doesn't even want to. Like, she's got to be away from here for a
Are you
second.
going to leave the apartment, or are you just
No,
gonna...
she's just gonna go into the other room.
Okay. Where are the rest of you all? Have you gone into the bedroom at this point?
Oh yeah, I was there, kind of like trying to calm her down a little bit, but
Okay.
I'm like, I could get Lynn back in here if we need to. What the fuck was this all about?
Look, please, Draven, I didn't want to do it, but
Obviously you did. You did it. You can't. You don't have to do things you don't want to.
you don't understand. You don't understand. And like, he's got a little bit of a slur now. His mouth is like super bloody. Fortune, are you in the room now, or are you still in the kitchen?
I'm going to be Robin while all this is happening.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we don't care about that no more.
Rhea just kind of looks him dead in the eyes and goes, "Who's watching?"
Right now, nobody. They don't watch us in our apartments. Look, you got to understand, okay? The people that you're dealing with, the answers you're looking for. They're gonna kill me just knowing that I'm talking to you right now. Okay, there's no getting out of this for me. The only hope I had was to make you all disappear. Draven, we go back so far. I didn't want to. I don't have another choice.
I'd like to believe that, Yorn. But I'll tell you what. You tell us what we need to know, and you get to keep your pathetic life. What do you think about that?
I can't. They'll kill me. Go ahead and give me a presence roll, though.
I'm threatening him, so I can use... Where are we at here?
Weird thought. If you can make him claim he's our ally, I can make him invisible instead of me. So we can just murder him, make him invisible.
Smuggle him out. Oh, shit.
I don't spend that hope. Never mind.
Draven is Mr. Crit Man. Okay. He looks you. Please, Draven, they will kill me.
Lynn will kill you now.
We came in here under a ruse, and so far.
Sorry, Lynn,
working.
I'm using you as a threat.
Lynn's in the other room, like drink. She's got that whiskey that he put out. She's
Now that you're drinking it, it is the good shit. And he looks at Rhea.
I like to think that it does help at least a little bit.
Yeah, she kind of you hear like a hiccup, like a little crying, like little sob, like hiccup, and then she just goes, "This is the good shit." Like you hear that float in from the room.
God, I love this game.
He looks at Rhea. Your ruse won't hold up forever. They're gonna find out, especially if what you said is true. If the Clanks are doing what they're doing in Bravia. This is the first I've heard of it, but they might know already. Everything they've been building here is gonna...
And why are they watching you? If you don't know anything about this.
Okay. Fuck, I'm dead either way.
I mean, if you want an out, you could probably just get the fuck out of here.
I mean,
Just
I
be
can't.
yourself.
I know too much now.
Do you remember how I said you get to keep your pathetic life if you tell us what we need to know? That means we'll help you, so shut the fuck up and tell us what we need to know.
Fine. Fine. He kind of spits out some blood and a tooth comes out with it. So, damn it. Look, I've been working here for years. I come in, I do my job. Clock in, I clock out. We make planks. We make things that help people. I don't ask how it works. But then I was up for promotion, and I got the foreman gig. And when you reach that level of management, they decide that you need to be brought into the inner circle of how things work. And I still don't know all the details and how it works. But I know enough. What do you want to know? Please don't make me tell you more than I have to.
What is being suppressed?
Can I just go in and start the recorder?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You should also be flipping a knife around and doing knife tricks in front of him.
I'm still invisible, but I could do that.
No,
that'd be even cooler.
I think it's an excellent idea for you to stay invisible with the recorder.
Yeah.
Well, your recorder also is your dog, right? So it's just kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like very subtly. I think Rhea, you feel it kind of walk between your legs and just kind of stop there, start recording everything.
It's hiding under her skirt.
Okay.
Better not have no camera on there.
It doesn't. I don't know how to do that.
Freaking weirdo.
Okay. So, this place, they worked for a long time to try to crack the elven emotion, or the human emotion, as it unironically is. How to make a machine something lifelike. And prototype after prototype after prototype just
Lynn's
wasn't.
gonna wander back as he starts to think. She's just in the doorway with a glass. She's looking like a mess, but she is listening, kind of just outside of the doorway.
And they couldn't get it. I mean, this was all well before I started, right? This was when this place was founded. But eventually, one of the humans came over from Aetherian. Again, like I said, this was a long time ago. Managed to crack the key. The key being that you can't. There is no way to replicate with a machine that human characteristic, that human soul. So they had to use souls.
Gross.
Now, I don't know all the details about what happened way back when, but from what I understand of Aetherian, the world that the humans came from was destroyed by some kind of magical calamity. And apparently, that has trapped the souls that perished there in some kind of arcane stasis. And the humans won't tell you about it. This is the most I was able to get because they had to explain how this worked. And this is how I know they'll never let me go. I know too much now. But the process involves bringing one of those souls here and binding it to a Clank. The suppression rune keeps them from gaining sentience.
Good Lord.
You hear a glass drop, and Lynn's gonna come back in that doorway and stare him down and be like, How do we destroy the rune?
I don't know. I wasn't lying when I said that magic and runes were not my forte. That wasn't a lie. Now,
how
it
could
can
you work
be done.
with people, Yorn?
Was there one
After
you said
found
there was
that
one
out, how
human?
could you stay here?
How could I leave after I found that out? There's no, oh, I'm sorry, I learned your evil plan. I'm just gonna go home now. That's not how this works, Draven, and you know that. You know that. The moment they told me, I was here for life. It doesn't matter if I'm okay with it. I can't go anywhere.
Lynn's kind of like fairly unconcerned with this. She's like, if you don't know how to break that damn rune, do you know someone who does?
I don't. I'm sorry. Again, I'm not.
What about the visiting humans who brought that knowledge here in the first place? Didn't you say there was like one in particular?
Who and who binds the souls now? Like,
oh my god, one question at a time!
It's not like it's old information. You have to still use it.
Only one person knows how to do the soul transference. And no one knows their name. They just call themselves Phoenix. And the reason is, it was that one human that came over. But they're a Clank now. That's how they figured it out. That's how they cracked it. They transferred their soul first. And they've been running this place for hundreds of years.
You would certainly have to suppress the soul, because if it was in a body that wasn't its, well, if it knew it was in a body that didn't belong to it, well, that does wonders for a psyche, does it not?
I'd like to tell myself that's why they did it. That doesn't explain why they sell them out. Why they let people buy them and pretend they're just machines. There's no excuse for what they do here. And all I can do is help cover it up so no one gets too close and gets me killed. I'd like to think that in the beginning, the idea was to save the people that died, to give them new life. I guess sometimes gold skews a person's morals.
Tell me, Yorn, if I were to leave here, if we were to all four leave here, and I in my disguise, and we continue to pretend like we're inspectors here, would they know that we came and visited you? Would they understand who we were? Like, I'm a little confused about that.
There are arcane wards around that record. That's how they keep track of productivity, make sure no one's stealing. They don't put them in the apartments that I know of, but they would have seen you visiting in the residential area if they thought to look.
Right, but we're here as investigators. That's how we've been. That's how we registered ourselves when they came in. Would you? I'm struggling to understand how you would you get in trouble? Is what I'm trying to ask. How would you get in trouble?
We registered as inspectors.
Inspectors, I apologize. Thank you.
If they find out you visited me, they will want to question you before you leave to make sure I didn't divulge anything. It's standard protocol whenever a visitor comes for someone in the know. They are very protective of their intellectual property here.
We had already spoken with the guard at the door that we did want to speak with the foreman. He offered to wake you up for us, and we said, no, unnecessary. So, this kind of wasn't our plan that we had already told them. So, as far as I don't believe you should. There's any reason why they should believe that there's anything wrong going on here.
I hope you're right. But I don't know if I'm willing to gamble my life on I think.
Alternatively, we can smuggle you in this bag out of here.
And where would I
Lynn
go?
is very strong. I'm sure you've noticed this.
Lynn's gonna be like, I'm not leaving Tetra.
I can fix the Clank. I don't know what I can do about the suppression room, but I can get the Clank up and running.
If she can walk out with us, I may be able to smuggle you out in the damn bag. I'm gonna just.
We'll say the magic. He looks like he doesn't even want to tell you this next part. The magic that binds the soul. They wanted to make it to where if something happened to the Clank body, it could be repaired. So the soul cage they use does not allow the soul to leave, meaning it's still trapped in the Clanks even after they're decommissioned.
This is gross.
Do you mean what happens if the Clank's bodies are destroyed? Does it just they die all over again?
The soul stays trapped. It can't move on. It can't enter the... I don't even know what would happen if a soul from Aetheria entered into our rebirth cycle. I'm not a very religious man, but I can't imagine the warden would be excited to see strange souls coming through. I don't know. Magic, spirituality, that's above me. All I know is that whenever a Clank gets too old and they shut it down, there's dozens of souls trapped in useless Clank bodies. And I'm not 100% sure how aware they are.
Well, they're going to make a revenant problem sooner than later, probably.
Probably. What's more concerning right now, too, is why some of them, at least, are becoming sentient. It's like the suppression rune is failing. Was there anything else you noticed that was weird about the Clanks in Bravia?
There was a signal that went off. They're being tracked. Something with the Ashworths.
Yeah, this one was owned by the Ashworths, so any number of things could have happened with that.
They wanted a name?
The signal, yes. Describe the signal for it. I can't really remember it. What was it again?
Something high pitched. Y'all couldn't hear. Yeah, very high pitched. Y'all couldn't hear it. You didn't have the ability to hear it. It's very high frequency.
Rhea, give me a knowledge check. You can have advantage.
Advantage means I add a
D6,
right?
Yeah.
And then I'm also going. Well, I guess if that's a 20, that's probably.
That is a 20. Do you have something you want to do?
I can use one of my prayer dice. Like I can break them. I have a 4 and a 2. I can add the amount to the rolls. So I'm gonna add 2 to her, to give her a 22.
Okay. As Lynn is kind of describing it to you, and I think that's how she helps you with this, is she's kind of very detailed describing it. Something starts to click in your mind. There was a noise, a frequency that went off right before she attacked you before. And there'd been a bunch of Clank attacks that have been happening throughout the city in close proximity to people. With a 22, as your mind starts pouring over what you know about magic, and I think that your form of magic that you've studied, where it's not based so much in the religious aspects, I think you've got a little bit more of a grasp on the practical magics of the world.
Mm-hmm. The fundamentals.
Exactly. you start to think that these could be connected. That the degradation of the suppression rune might just be an unintended side effect of the signal that's intending to make these things hostile. That the sentience they're gaining is because someone is sicking them on the public. But likely is not the intended outcome. And what that means for Tetra is that with the level of sentience she was displaying, her suppression room is likely rather degraded as it is. So with that, I will say that there's a small chance, knowing this now, you might be able to fully remove the suppression rune. It'll be hard, you might need help, but it's possible for you to do it. I know you don't have any reason to trust me, but at least let me fix the Clank.
The rune is not indelible.
I wish I could help you with that.
Indelible is permanent. They're not permanent.
I knew that.
There was some sort of signal, some sort of frequency that someone was using to cause them to be hostile. I'm sure if I heard it for long enough, I might punch the nearest person in the face, so I don't honestly blame them.
Thinking about back to the battle box that made this really high-pitched noise that whipped through you, and then you all kind of remember Lynn on top of the guy just beating the shit out of him. That tracks. That tracks.
And I think the newfound sapience is more of a side effect rather than an intentional doing.
An accidental degradation of the suppression rune? This is a horrible security flaw. If this gets out, this could take down the entire company. People could, if they learn elsewhere, if they learn outside what's happening, it could bring everything down. Draven, you have to get this story out. You have to get this story out, and you have to make sure that it doesn't come from in here. That's our way out of this. Or my way out of this.
Draven has a number of pen names, I'm sure. He could make a brand new one again.
Under the protection of the Journalist Guild, it's quite powerful. I should be able to. We should be able to handle this. We should be able to get the story out. And,
we can break it.
We can break this story, and we can relatively guarantee safety.
We can at least spin it in such a way that the proper people are blamed.
Exactly.
That could work.
Does anyone know where that Phoenix character is? He's the person who started all this, right?
Yeah. Everybody knows
Is it
Phoenix.
He? Is it a
He
she?
runs the place. At this point, no one knows. I mean, the humans that have came over, they're all dead. It's been too long. Their lifespans aren't long enough. As far as I know, Phoenix is the only one who has any first-hand knowledge of Aetheria and where the humans came from. And no one knows. They're in a Clank body. So, non-binary, I suppose.
You think whatever they decide, I guess.
They don't present as anything other than a Clank. They're They don't make friends. They just work.
They just abandon their own humanity.
Do you think another Clank could suss out another Clank?
I have no idea. We're in uncharted territory here.
I think if you see a spooky androgynous Clank when most of the others tend to present at least somewhat masculine or somewhat feminine is a pretty dead giveaway.
Well, and the other thing is there is absolutely no suppression on their person. They are themselves in a Clank body, a way to live forever and keep this place running. You would know them if you saw them. It's hard to miss a fully autonomous Clank that runs this place. I thought I saw you say something, Duke, but I didn't hear it. I think you're muted.
I was saying autonomous.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, he said the word.
But if Phoenix finds out what you're onto, that will be it for you. You don't live that long and keep the secrets that they have without becoming very powerful.
I guess Glenn's gonna be like she's gonna like nod to him and be like, get Tetra up and running.
Yeah, of course.
We could degrade it the rest of the way.
Do you think you can do that?
You talking to him or Rhea?
No, I'm talking to Rhea. Like it's just occurred to Lynn wasn't aware that like she had worked out that she thinks she can degrade it the rest of the way.
Gotcha.
I think it is possible. I don't know. I don't think I can produce ultrasonic sounds. I only have human vocal cords. And a lot of fire.
With your 22, it's not so much that it has to be that frequency. It's just that frequency seems to be interfering with the rune. All you would really have to do is find that magical frequency, which you are more than capable of conjuring, to take it the rest of the way. You don't have to vocalize it, but you just have to.
It wasn't necessarily a noise. It was more of a resonance.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you're up to try it if you want to. However, go ahead.
One question before I do this. Yorn, I almost called him Yannick for some fucking reason. I just gave him an entire new name. I could call him. I could give him an incorrect name just to disrespect him, but honestly, I think we've disrespected him enough already. And this is more of just a personal question. But you know, I do this thing for you. You answer something personal for me. Were you aware of a monastery that was also in this mountain range not too far from here?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Some kind of cult or something, living in the hills, doing, I don't know, magic, something.
Do you have any idea what happened to them?
I haven't heard anything. Did something happen?
I feel like the fact that you haven't heard anything is rather indicative.
No, I mean, I know they were there, but we don't really... They don't have a lot of need for clanks or other kind of stuff that
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you didn't hear some kind of, like, massive fuck-off explosion or whatever, and you'd be like, yeah, no, that thing blew up because someone dropped a bomb on it or something.
I can tell you that we didn't hear that.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure there was no obvious answer to that question that I wasn't considering. Alright, carry on. And I'm gonna go forward.
Okay. Oh god, good roll. Okay. So he gets to work on this thing, and you can see he's still kind of like sweating. You guys still are making him nervous, and he's he's still worried about his own life, but he also seems to genuinely feel bad about trying to kill you. Not an excuse, not excusing him, but he is working hard to try to make up for that. So
give me 10 seconds. I want to make sure my cat's not trying to eat something she shouldn't.
Go for it. He gets to work, and as the night starts to turn to day, you can't really tell because you're still kind of underground. But
alarm, she had her catnip toy. She's just getting high.
Nice. After about an hour, you hear this little, like, from the bedroom, this, like, whirring start to happen, and then this, like, little clock starts going, like, bing, 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 bing. Can somebody hit that? I think I'm going to be late for work today.
Then go punch it. You know you want
I'm
to.
just gonna break it. She's just gonna like completely fucking break the goddamn thing.
Hell yeah, I'll encourage that. I will encourage alarm clock abuse.
Time seems to drag on as he's working on this thing, but he's meticulously working, and you can see that despite his other flaws, he is very good at this. And after about 2.5 hours, he's finally pieced everything back together. He's like, lubricated the joints, and he finally just kind of like sits the Clank up, and you can see there's still a little bit of like dents and some scarring that happened because of the explosions and the battles and being drug around in a backpack for 2 weeks or whatever, a couple days. And he kind of sits it up on this couch over on the side. I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get it, but if I do say so myself, looks pretty good. Did you want to try something? So, Rhea, are you going to try something, or do you want him to just try to boot this thing up now?
We should probably take off the rune.
I should do the thing, yeah. I should minimize the amount of consciously psychological damage I apply to this thing.
Okay. So, as you go over, you find the rune that you located before. Is anyone helping with this? And how would you be doing so?
I actually have the ability that once per rest, I can offer words of reassurance. So if she rolls low, she can re-roll her roll.
Okay.
She also has the rally dice too.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Do you have anything, Fortune? Are you still invisible?
Yeah.
Yes, I am actually still invisible. The way I read it, I'll share with you. I think I get like 4 times I can get hit or do something at this time and still be considered invisible. But the best I can do is maybe give her a danger sense, and once per long rest, I can mark a stress and force an adversary to re-roll. So like if it blows up or something.
Okay.
That's the best I really have at this moment. Or I could be like her wet nurse and be invisible and do fast hands and just be handing her shit.
I have some extra stuff, but I'm waiting to see if she'll need it. Just FYI.
Okay. So, what is your spell cast? Is it instinct?
Finesse.
Sorry, this was to Rhea. Sorry. My bad. Rhea, what is your spellcasting stat?
Instinct.
Instinct. Okay. I will need an instinct roll from you then.
Okay. Do we do this before I add a bunch of shit for people?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it, then we'll add it up as we need to. And if you have an experience that you want to utilize, you can spend the hope to do that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm utilizing my experience that I have most recently picked up of Magical Tinkerer.
Perfect. God, that is the most applicable thing I've ever heard. All right. Let's see what we got.
So you get two. I get 2 to this. Let's click the right thing.
Okay, 15. We're at 17 right now. You do have a rally
Yeah.
die.
Okay. So I put it's the D6. Yes. Yes.
D6?
Yes.
The rally die?
Okay. Okay. I'll learn this eventually.
I couldn't remember if it's D6 or D4. Okay, we're at 16.
Running.
Lynn is going to use the last 4 of her hope rally dice to add 4 to that.
Okay, it's a 20. And didn't you say you had one other thing you could do?
That was my thing.
Oh, that was the
it's
one
a
other thing.
shitty roll. I was going to tell her to re-roll it, but 15's a pretty solid roll. So.
Okay, I got you. Is there anything else?
If this is about to be a failure, I can mark a stress and re-roll it.
Well, you don't have to mark a stress because you can re-roll it with
what
do you call it? With my reassurance thing, but we just added all this stuff to it.
So it's 20 right now.
Okay.
That is not enough for this. But what I will say is it's a net +5. If you re-roll, you'll keep the +5. That's not going to go away.
Okay.
So it sounds like you've got 2 re-rolls, the reassurance and then the stress from you.
Yeah,
so,
sure, why not?
Yeah, sure.
I want to
make.
I'm going to make this. I'm making this shit happen.
16. Okay.
Does that work? Does a 21 work?
21 does not.
Damn.
I would use that second reroll.
I'm very stressed out right now.
All right, let's see what you got. Stop rolling ones.
Quit that.
So you got a +5. 20.
25.
25. That's exactly what you needed. As there's this tense moment as you start to try to produce this magical resonance, and you feel yourself slipping away, and the rune is just, it's not responding. But you've got these people around you, and for all of the differences you have and all of the shit that you put each other through in just the short time you've known each other, you can feel all 3 of these people believe in you in this moment. They're giving you what little aid they can. Even Fortune, who, God bless her, isn't doing anything, but she's trying. She's like reaching you tools you don't need.
She's stealing stuff.
Still, right? But
you hand me like a fork from the kitchen.
and you're like, thank you.
Perfect conductive metal. Excellent decision.
Tuning fork. It's a tuning fork. See? Whooping.
And you are on the brink of giving up because this is just too hard. You thought you could do it, but this magic is just a little bit more complicated than you expected. And then there's a moment when you think back to the first time you talked to this person, that you gave them their name, this sentient Clank who had every reason and every right to turn you in when they found you, instead became your friend, and one of the first friends you'd had in a long time. And you dig down just a little bit deeper, and then it clicks, and you can feel there's a physical sensation when your hands create that resonance, and the magic starts pouring from you into this, and you can see everybody around that rune start to get smaller until it just disappears like whispers off of the metal and is gone.
I like to think in the back of her mind she can also hear like a very old, very early lecture from Alessia. Like telling her to like clear her mind and focus.
And all of that, her voice reassuring you, you finally get it. And then you slump down a little bit. This taking a lot out of you. I'm going to spend a fear, and you will need to mark a stress.
A 6th.
Is this your last stress?
This is my 6th of. It says 7.
Okay, you got one more. As you just kind of start to collapse, but manage to catch yourself. You started to sweat a little bit as this did take a lot out of you, but the rune is gone. As Yorn's looking back and forth. Well, I'll be damned. I guess we're firing this thing up.
I'm pretty sure I could get executed for doing that.
He reaches over and he kind of puts his hand on the back of the neck and kind of digs down in where the switch is. He goes, join the club, as he flips it. And then the eyes kind of start to come online as you see those familiar lights start to burn out of this Clank once again. As it starts to just look around, sits up a little bit, looks down at its hands and around at the people in this room. I seem to have missed some things. Where are we?
Well, where this body that you're in was built.
Huh. Did I harm you?
Do you want the actual answer to that question? Knowing that it might hurt you.
I think I do.
You did.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
There was mostly no permanent damage, if that makes it better.
Most of the damage was honestly psychological. On my end, anyway.
She starts to stand up.
I died.
You did. That's why I said on my end, anyway.
I killed you. Wait, who said
voice
that?
out of nowhere.
Damn near killed me.
But actually, she looks directly at you. And those of you closer can see her eyes kind of move a little bit and shift. I'm sorry if I did that.
No, Tetra, you didn't kill anyone. They're making a joke.
Oh.
We also know it was outside of your control, so that's why we've done a lot to get you and us here.
I appreciate that. I do. And she looks over at you, Lynn. Oh, about that. The name's Kaliana. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. So, and our last Elzorya for the year. So that's where we're going to end. Well done on that suppression rune. I was like, 25's doable, but hard, and that was so tense. I didn't think you were going to make it.
Rhea is incredibly stressed out right now.
I really didn't think you were going to make it. But with that, the suppression rune is no longer there. And the soul within is now fully awake. So that'll be
got a Clank on our side.
That'll be something fun to look forward to.
Man, we drug this motherfucker across the whole countryside, and it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Plowed the field.
This just means I can do it again.
I was so worried because you guys were like somewhat talking about leaving it in Bravi or stashing it. I'm like, oh, don't do that. There's so many fun things that could happen if you take it with you. Anyway, thank you all for playing. I do want to have a little bit of a post show just because it's our last one of the year. So we're going to go talk about that. If you guys want to watch the post show, you can by being a patron. Just like the middle tier, you can get all of our post show and all the bonus content that we do. I want to give a shout out to Vengeance. And then we've got Curiosity Dragon and Australis who are in the chat with us tonight. Hope you all had fun. Hope you enjoyed it. We will be back in January. We are going to take a nice little break for the holidays and just relax and recharge. And I think we've left you on a nice little bit of a cliffhanger break. Duke, you're still muted. Didn't hear you. Okay.
I was reading out loud.
Oh,
I don't think he meant it for himself to be heard.
Gotcha. Thank you all for watching. Thank you. We will see you in the new year. For those of you, actually everybody on this call, I've released you from your duties until the new year. We have one more stream this week, and then we're done. Wednesday will be our outgunned one shot for Star Knights. I call it a one shot, but there's no way it's not going to turn into some kind of 3-shot just to be like Star Wars. But make sure to check that out. It's our last stream of the year. And then we'll be back in January with more Elzorya, more Outgunned, more Temptations, more Golden Vault, and early 2026, I am going to try to bring back Kupo Quest Eorzea for Final Fantasy 14 to kind of finish that off. So
we still got to do an interrogation scene.
I know. That. Yep. I've had that on my mind. We'll talk. We'll talk because that's the next thing we got to do. Anyway, thank you all so much. I'm going to kill the stream here, and then we're going to go have a little bit of a post show, and we will talk to you in the new year. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.